I'm good to start recording, my guy. Big Game Hunter.
Welcome to Xbox Uncut's weekly podcast. As you heard, that was Steph in that intro music. Welcome to show, Steph.
Oh, my bad. Yo, I did not know I was the Big Game Hunter at the
The Big
beginning.
Game Hunter, sir.
Yeah. I usually mute our voices, so I
Usually,
apologize.
I'm kind of sideballing this podcast, just doing really
Oh, well,
standard.
hey, that's your fault, sir. I'm going to completely blame you 100%, and I am
I
not
think
in the
it worked
wrong
out
here.
really well. Big Game Hunter. We also are joined by Will. Welcome to the show, Will. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
What's going on?
Small Game Hunter.
Pleasure as always. Love to be here and talk about more Xbox, Microsoft gaming news as always.
And for everybody that would like to join us live, we have dumped Mixer. Not as fast as Microsoft, though. But we've moved from Mixer to completely streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/Xbox Uncut. We record on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern normally. What time? 9 p.m. Eastern now. Fuck. I don't even know the recording times anymore. I'm all off balance, sirs. We didn't record a show last week because I was on vacation and we were just trying to take a week off. We've had a lot of big things happen. A certain individual by the name of the Big Game Hunter got married.
The hunt is over.
That's right.
The hunt is over. I found my prize to kill.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? Did that sound? How did that sound?
I think Steph got mounted on a wall.
No. I do the mountain in this house, Playboy. I do the mountain, and I'm the mountain from Game of Thrones.
From Game of Thrones, yeah. Let's see what your wife says.
Nice.
Yeah, we can ask her.
Yeah.
She's submissive.
No way. I don't believe it.
She is. I am the Dom. And I don't mean from Gears of War either. Anyway, we can skip on.
Stop busting your chops. Okay. Let's see. Stuff happened this week, guys. We got an announcement for an upcoming Xbox event. For July 23rd, we're going to see Microsoft's first-party studio lineup. But it sounds like rumor has it that the initiative will not be there, not for this event. It does sound like that they are holding them off for a response video for August after Sony does theirs. So we're kind of getting, and I imagine August we're going to see pricing for both Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, now, was there a direct quote that we can relate to about them not being there, or is it just a rumor?
No, it's just rumors. There is nothing specifically saying they won't be there.
Okay, so they may be there. Shit.
It's possible. But I think they show off. I mean, honestly, I think the initiative needs to show off something within the next 2 months. It needs to be at either July or August because we need a hint, something, a teaser.
Give us a teaser there and then show it off in August.
And don't get me wrong, I think all of our expectations are in check because it would be really early in the development process. But I think a teaser for sure.
What are your expectations? I'm just for the record because you said
about 30 seconds of whatever they're of the premise of what they're working on. I imagine it's gonna be a Perfect Dark.
As a teaser?
Honestly, it's a teaser to Perfect Dark. That's what the rumor.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
They are still very early in development, so it would.
Yeah, I don't expect the full gameplay blowout.
Yeah,
I don't expect the full gameplay blowout.
But I mean, I'd hope it wouldn't be 10 seconds of just like a logo. I don't want to see a logo. I want to see something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it was just a logo, though, I'm not going
to sit here and cry about it, but I
wouldn't cry. But announcing a game is announcing a game, and at this point, I'll take anything from Microsoft. They wilding. We ain't had no new game, no new AAA games that announced in a while. It feels like you know. But we need something. We need something for the streets.
Yeah.
The streets.
Prophecy says low expectations. Xbox hasn't wowed anybody with first party studios in a while. It's true, but they also have a shit ton of studios now, and they kind of do need to show off launch lineup. Honestly, at this point,
Yeah.
Like they need to show, like this is the show to show why you're buying a Series X at launch, or like this would be it. Because if this like has 2 games, that'd be super disappointing.
No, I don't think it'll be just 2 games. I mean, shout out to Prophecy, Prophecy 187 in the chat. He's a good man. He always supports us. You know,
yeah, I appreciate that, Prophecy. Thank you, sir.
It's good, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have low expectations. I have fairly high because I've seen a lot of the hype online, and like, you know, a lot of insiders and stuff like that have been saying that the show is exciting and a lot of stuff to be shown. The initiative stuff is, you know, it would be disappointing if they're not there, but if they have enough content that you won't really miss it, then that's fine. So, I mean, I'll be okay with it as long as just the show itself is like really good. I mean, but I do like Dustin said though, I do want to see a teaser of like, you know, at least something like saying, you know, maybe what they're working on, maybe like another studio like video of like, you know, what they've been working on, and then like a teaser or something. I don't know. Maybe it's not for the show. Maybe they want to spotlight other games. Maybe more third-party exclusives, or not exclusives, but like first-party deals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be shocked if we don't get the initiative video or at this event, but I think they need to have like, I'd want to see them pop it up either this month or in August.
I agree. I mean, we're definitely not gonna see like, at least I don't think we're gonna see anything new from inXile and Undead Labs, or what's the other one?
I don't know.
Obsidian.
No, Obsidian's definitely gonna be there. That's the other one. The one that did a We Happy Few. Compulsion, yeah.
Actually, like Undead Labs has been working on another game for a while now. Like,
yeah,
they've done like a good year and a half of DLC. Like,
yeah, I don't. It's been hard to say what, like, cause like I don't know if
they've also bolstered up all these studios to multiple teams. Like, there's a ton of people working in every Microsoft studio now. So I don't know. Like,
you could be right.
I mean, I don't think you launched the game, but I think you might get a teaser for their because their whole thing was having like kind of an MMO style zombie apocalypse game.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for the longest, like even before 2 came out. So I would figure at least a lot of the base work is there, you know, maybe because it's just hard to say because like they've been working on State of Decay 2 like support for a while, so I don't know if they'll be doing that and the newer game. I'm not sure what to think about the MMO thing though, because I'm like, I kind of like the single player stuff, but I mean 2 is already kind of very very connected to the online stuff as well. So I don't know. I hope I hope it looks good. I hope it's not like I don't know. Maybe they'll try like a CFD style simulation. I don't know. like a I don't know, like maybe like a, you know, kind of like make your own adventure, but there's still goals and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, what else is from that show? I mean, Fable, I would expect because that's been long rumored.
Yeah, we'll see. I imagine we're gonna see that on the 23rd is Fable for sure for Fable.
Yeah. A Halo, of course, that's going to be a big one.
Do you think they show off multiplayer or campaign first? Me and Vern were talking about this the other day. I think they show off campaign.
Yeah, for Fable.
No, for Halo.
Yeah, that's Halo campaign.
Yeah,
they better show campaign first.
Yeah, because that's where they were deficient at in the last game, so they have to like show that up.
Yeah, I think they do. I don't think they show off any multiplayer, not until August.
I can see them doing that, yeah. Because you got to save some stuff for the hype cycle.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hope it's, you know, I don't know. I'd be curious where they're going to slot that at, though. Because they could put it either in the beginning, the end. I mean, they're probably not going to be. Depends on what they wanted to.
It was at the end of the last show, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, it was the beginning of 2018 and the last of 2019. So I don't know. Unless they put it in the middle and they want to mix it up. So who knows? But yeah, there's that Obsidian. Obsidian's gonna have a new game. I'm guessing. I mean, it's not just gonna be Grounded. At least I hope not, because that will be pretty disappointing. Double Fine is gonna be there.
I'll tell you what, Vern won't stop talking about fucking Grounded. I've not really played it. The motherfucker played it, loved it, and now that's not his type of game either. So he played the beta. So
it's one of those like kind of State of Decay, CFD style, like kind of I don't know, like those service based games kind of. I mean, State of Decay is not so much as CFDs, but it's like a kind of a mix of like a survival slash adventure. You know, I don't know. It's an interesting game. I do want to try it. I mean, I'm not 100% like mad excited for it, but you know, I do want to see Obsidian's other title more. But it's a nice, you know, kind of bonus game to have.
All right, but Compulsion, I do think we'll see. We Happy Few 2, or it's not going to be 2, but another title or something on it.
You think they'll be there?
Yep, I do. I think it's going to be a Bioshock style game because it's more like the art's there. Just let them have free reign to kind of build something off the top of it. I think because, you know, and at that point they'll have had 2 years of development. So it might not come out for another year, but I think they'll be there. Double Fine, I don't think we see anything from. In Exile, I think we do see something from.
Interesting.
Mojang, no. I mean, we might see a Minecraft. Well, if anything from Mojang is going to be an upgrade, not a new game, because they just did Minecraft Dungeons, and they did Minecraft Dungeons. They're doing Minecraft, so. I would imagine you're going to see an update in a ray tracing update for Minecraft on Series X.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. They're probably going to do like maybe like more expansion content for dungeons, and then maybe they'll announce the ray traced upgrade for the Series X. I think that's a nice that'll be a nice like 2-1 combo, because that's a studio you represented that is putting out content too. So
now I'm curious. I mean, they're not going to say it at the show, but I wonder if they announce ray tracing for Minecraft for PS5.
Why do you think they won't?
Just because it's on the Xbox show. I mean, it's not going to be linked in the video. They're not going to show a PlayStation logo.
No, yeah, that's true.
But they're.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't know if that's enough, guys.
Well, I'm not done going to the list of studios. Ninja Theory. We'll see the first real Hellblade 2 trailer. But they're still like they have like 3 teams going, so I don't think we'll see another thing from Ninja. I think it's too early for them.
Yeah.
But I think Hellblade 2's been their big focus, so that's what we'll see. Obsidian, they had multiple teams. They were working on, they released the Outer Worlds in 2019 or 2020, somewhere in there. So they've had about a year, but they've also, like, that studio has multiple teams, so there's probably something else in the works. We might see something from Obsidian.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if there wasn't any Outer Worlds like expansions or DLC for that game, because that's kind of like asking for it.
We got Playground Games. That's the big Fable reveal. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that that's what they're gonna launch.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one. I mean, they'll probably show Motorsport, but I'm hearing it's not gonna be a launch title. I mean, it may not be, but we'll see. You never know. They've had enough time to like work on the Motorsport 8.
Yeah. We also have Rare. I think we'll see more. What is it, Everwild?
Yeah, I'm really curious about that one, actually.
I don't think they announced 2 games. Like, I don't see any of them really announcing multiple, like one studio announcing multiple games.
So for Rare, so you think they'll be like, okay, so it'll be Everwild. You think they'll re-announce like Battletoads again, like kind of?
Battletoads is a different studio.
Yeah, but since they're collaborating, like, you think they'll kind of like be like, hey, we like just updated. Like,
I mean, yeah, they'll show Battletoads, but I don't like that's. it's a they're subcontracting that out. I mean, they're helping develop for it, but I don't like that's not. It's not one of their main focuses, Like Rare I think has 3 main teams right now. They have the Sea of Thieves team, the Everball team, and another team working on an unannounced project.
Yeah, like an incubation team.
Yeah. Didn't they have like a content team or whatever you call it?
Yeah, but that's what the Sea of Thieves team I think is doing. They're supporting Sea of Thieves as long as that's a profitable endeavor, and as of right now, it looks like it is. I mean, we might get an announcement for a ray tracing or something for Sea of Thieves, and then they will show off their next line of content for Sea of Thieves, their next 3 updates or whatever.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah, you think they finally add the crab boss?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Fucking go big or go home, crab boss.
Since the beginning.
Do you guys think they should show those older games, like when we're talking next gen stuff?
Seeing as Sea of Thieves is fucking steamrolling over Steam, and it's still huge on Game Pass and everything else. I mean, why kill it?
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying kill it, but I mean, I think this should be for the new stuff.
Well, I don't know. I think they can. I could definitely see them pad the show with DLC announcements, and updates. So, it just to lead into their new stuff, so they have more stuff to talk about.
Because remember, their big push is they're not shutting you out. They want you to be, hey, if you want to buy an Xbox One X and you have one and you bought one in the last 3 months, guess what? You're gonna have tons of stuff. All the stuff you can play it. Or if you're buying a Series X, all the stuff you're going to be able to play it. We want, and then they're going to announce the Series S as well, more than likely, on the August event, is what's rumored.
Yeah, I mean, the Ninja Theory is also interesting. You think they'll show kind of like an Assassin's Creed Valhalla style short kind of in-game engine trailer, or I think they'll show actual gameplay.
I think they give it for gameplay because they've already shown their trailer for an engine.
What do you think, Steph?
Man, I'm tired of them. Are you seeing what they've showed lately?
Ninja Theory.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought you said Valhalla. I don't know why. I thought you said Assassin's Creed.
Oh no, yeah,
Valhalla
I just
style.
The style trailer. Yeah, what do you think?
Okay, I need some gameplay. I mean, how far out you think this game is?
Yeah, that's a good question.
If it's coming out next year, I mean, I want a little glimpse. I mean, maybe some. I mean, don't pull Assassin's Creed. Just don't do that.
Yeah.
Do the opposite of that. But I mean, I'd like to know if it's 60 frames or not, because I think that would help that game.
I'd be surprised if they didn't offer the different modes, because the first one did.
Yeah. I'm not saying they necessarily have to say it during the show, but let the details come out later. Yeah. But I mean, I know what you're saying about the older games and stuff, but I feel like they just need to knock it out the park, and I don't think showing old games is going to help them. They need to show all new stuff, even if the show is not 2 hours long, hour and a half long, even if it's just an hour, as long as it's solid new content.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would like to see them do all new stuff, and then save all the extra stuff for inside Xbox.
Yeah. That's something like that. Yeah, I don't need to see Gears 5 right now. I don't need to see Sea of Thieves right now. I don't need it. I mean, show me the new shit.
Well, Coalition, that's an interesting one because I mean, Coalition's not going to have a game, but they said they're going to update Gears 5, so I don't know if they're going to save that for another show. So because it's not a new game or anything, it's just just an update, but it could be a good stuff with including DLC and stuff. So they can always say that for Inside Xbox. So definitely stuff is split between the shows. If they want
I mean, there's no reason to pad a show with stuff that not everybody's going to care about. Everybody really, really wants to see the new stuff, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna get Sea of Thieves for 40 minutes or
No, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying the length of Sea of Thieves is gonna be 4. I mean, but even if it's 5 minutes, I mean that's too much. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's, to me, I mean, not saying that doesn't necessarily mean the game's bad. It's just that we've had
is a 40-second shot of hey, this you show a cut, how they did the last one. It was a minute and a half. I think that's fine. Where it's just hey, these adventures are coming up. These are the dates. More to be announced soon. Because you're not going to go into the details of all those events anyway, because those events because how they did it last time is they showed off the 3 big events, where there was like, hey, there's 3 big events coming. We'll see, when we get closer, but we're just announcing the dates for them, and I'm fine with that at this event. Just to like, hey, y'all just got Sea of Thieves. We got 3 more big content updates for the game.
You think they'll ever add? I know I always ask this, but you think they'll ever add like some like campaign content? I don't know, like kind of like a story, because I know they have the Tall Tales. Oh, jeez.
I mean, they are working on their campaign right now with the stories. Like, it's getting more and more fleshed out. But maybe some more.
Yeah,
like,
because
we'll see how that turns out. But
yeah,
like it'll be exciting to see. What's weird is there's so many teams now per studio. There's almost 2 to 3 on every studio minimum.
Yeah.
And then, well, let's finish going through the studios, and then we'll talk about maybe future studios that might possibly happen. All right, so Ninja Theory, I think they're up to 3 teams now, but I'm 100% sure that Hellblade's going to be the only thing. Obsidian, that could be another game. I think you're right. I think it's DLC.
Yeah.
But the reason I think you're going to see DLC, I mean, Steph might disagree with me, but it's going to be...
I'm not saying it's not going to be there.
But I think the only reason they'll see push it up is because they want to promote this, like, it's about buying the ecosystem, not buying the console. Because Sony's already Sony's made its case of like, hey, like we believe in solid breaks between generations.
Yeah.
While Microsoft's whole push so far is like, your controllers are going to be forward and backwards compatible. Your game libraries could be forward and backward compatible. I think you're going to see a solid 10 minutes of them like going, hey, this is how the Series X works. Like it just works. Like you don't have to worry about.
Well, I mean, I think they've done a little bit of that already.
Maybe not
like
10 minutes, but this is how you trade games on the Series X moment. Like fucking hey, like your library just works.
You think they'll have like Series X enhanced like announcements as well? Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like all that would probably be tied into 10 minutes of the show, and then they'll just talk about other games. Like, but they're going to push that message of.
I feel like that's something they could have like either like a pre-show and announce a few things like over Twitter. I mean, I don't need a 10-minute video.
It's not it's like these shows aren't. These are more Nintendo Directs. I mean, they're not shows really anymore.
Yeah. What I mean is, it's like, well, I mean, if you remember watching Sony's show, that was like even though it wasn't this show is going to be a live show. Like Sony's was like a produced show. Like,
yeah, because it got Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, it's just different. So I'm hoping that man, I just hope they don't screw this up, man. It's fucking sitting there on the table for them, ready. That all they got to do is just take it and do it the right way, man. Yeah, they just got to show up and show out, but they don't. I don't think old games is gonna get it, man. I don't think DLC. Old games is gonna get it. Not to say those things aren't important. I mean, yes, like I said, I care about those things.
I think they need to limit all that to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and I mean all of it. Like everything they wanted. Like, hey,
you remember when they showed Cuphead the first time and that indie reel?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Yeah, it needs to be like that. It needs to be like 30 seconds. It needs to be about 30 seconds.
You just remind me. You think they'll show the Cuphead DLC / new game?
Man, I don't know. They got a lot of stuff going on over there at Cuphead or MHDR.
Yeah,
they got their Netflix show coming and stuff. I don't even know if they care about that.
No, they got to, man. That's a big game.
Yeah,
that's the reason why they made it big, you know.
All right. We also know the Coalition's working on another game that is not Gears of War. Do we?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they have multiple teams now, and they are supposedly working on something that's not. Do you think they go back to the game they were originally producing, or do you think?
I hope the hell so. That game sounded so cool.
Yeah. The Initiative we've already talked about. Turn 10 Studios, yes, but we'll see Forza. it's been in development for, it's going to be almost 4 years by the time it releases. Like, it's going to be a long ass development for Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, it's more than usual. It's gonna be interesting. I hope the lighting looks good. I mean, that's the only thing I really gotta work on. Well, plus the pit stop, all that other stuff. But yeah, the ray tracing is probably gonna look really impressive compared to.
Yeah, there's just more ray tracing hardware
GT.
in Series X,
Yeah.
so like
Right.
it's still gonna be cars, people. It's gonna be cars. Like I think it's gonna look better than Gran Turismo just because the hardware is more powerful. Like, and that's not saying anything against Gran Turismo. I think it looks great.
Well, I just want to see more like fictional tracks and more realistic physics. Like I just want to be like a lot better because like 7 was good, but I feel like it was kind of getting stale. So,
I mean, I think that's why they took a 4-year dev cycle versus a 2.
yeah,
Because remember, they skipped a whole game, and then we got another Horizon, and now we had this whole year. So that's 4 years of them not having to like grind out a Forza Motorsport. So like that's definitely gives them more time to completely rehaul physics engines and everything else. So I think you're gonna be like, I'm sorry, like their games fucking dominate racing games now. Like they needed updates, but there's no other studio at Microsoft I have more faith in than Turn 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
well, Playground. I would
totally,
say Playground at this point, maybe.
Playground works with Turn 10 to get their engine to run that great.
I know, man,
So
but
it's one of those like I kind of link the two, but like
yeah,
if we're talking about like, hey, what game gives you 4K solid 60 no matter what? It's Forza Motorsport. Hey, what game is gonna guarantee 4K ray tracing 60 next gen? I'm gonna put my money on Forza Motorsport.
yeah.
I don't think we'll hit. I think if anything, we'll see Forza Motorsport go 4K 120.
Yeah, they'll definitely
but without ray tracing.
Yeah, that'll definitely be like that quote unquote like performance mode. Then they'll have like a pretty mode with like 60 FPS, ray tracing.
Yeah. When 60 is your pretty mode, you can talk shit about other racing games.
Yeah. Plus like dynamic weather, dynamic time of day, reflections in the water, like bigger tracks, more foliage. I mean, it could do a lot of stuff with that game.
Like I said, Turn 10's they're wizards. Wizards. But yeah, Playground's all. I don't think we see Forza Horizon not till next year. I don't think they announce it this year, unless they're somehow combining Motorsport and Horizon, which I doubt.
That would be interesting. Yeah, but I think it'll be like kind of like a Horizon 2 situation where it came out like second half or second quarter of the year or something like that.
And if we do, we'll get it. Okay, I'll put it this way: we'll see Forza Motorsport. And if we see anything from Horizon, it's gonna be like 2 seconds of like of like Tokyo skyline, just the skyline of Tokyo.
Man, that'd be amazing.
And then they just close that. Like that's, if anything, that's how they close out the show. Is you just show Forza Horizon and just the skyline to Tokyo and put 2021.
Oh man, there's so much stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff they can save. They have so much stuff to work with now. That's great. I mean.
Because I don't care if you're a PC, Xbox, PlayStation fanboy. I think that's a game. You close the show with that.
Oh yeah. That's a big game. I mean, what do you think about maybe a Horizon 1? I think that would be awesome too. Like Colorado, but like with the Forza Horizon 4 visuals and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Weather, that'd be awesome.
But I think that would be because that's what is that? That's a 360 game, right?
Yeah.
And wasn't that 30 frames per second?
Yeah.
Like I said, I think they showed that off in the very beginning in that 10, like I said, that 10 minutes of like fluff of like, hey, look, we made the original Forza Horizon run at 60 frames per second, double the frame rate in 4K on a Series X.
That'd be amazing. Bigger Colorado
with AI texture filter. Like,
yeah.
why not?
But isn't that some stuff you just kind of can assume already though, without them really like spending 10 minutes on it?
Like, I don't think it's 10 minutes per thing, but I think once you add
not per thing, but just overall.
Once you add in everything, like I think it comes up to like 10 minutes, man. Like, and especially if the show's like an hour and a half or an hour, like I don't think that's degrading the show by having like, and not like a full 10 minutes on one specific thing, but 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. Like, you're going to get about 10 minutes of that stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Lots of good stuff to show, though.
But, I mean, they're specifically saying... I mean, I'm overhyping the show, honestly, at this point. Because they're saying, like, first-party games and not specifically, hey, this is how the system runs and how these games run. But I feel like these would be understandable in an E3 environment, but we're just not getting that. So, I mean, like, it's going to be interesting to see how they roll this out.
So, I got a question for you guys. So, is this finally the year we get Banjo-Kazooie 3?
There's a good chance. I mean, it's been rumored and people have been fucking talking about it forever. Like, the hype is there.
I want it, man, so badly. They haven't had platformers like a pure like collectathon style platformer in like a long time. I mean they've had like Recore. That's more like a Ratchet and Clank style game. But like a pure like because Sony has like Little Big Planet and Ratchet and Clank and Astrobot. I mean, they have a lot of little platformers that they already. So Microsoft, I feel like they should kind of put their chip in this one.
Yeah, we also have Undead Labs. I think we said at most it'll be. Well, I don't know. Like, I think there's a chance we see their next game.
Very possible. I mean, it's one of those studios they could save for later as well. Like Initiative and Playgrounds, Horizon, so they have a lot of stuff to work with. Yeah. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see if they unveil stuff there.
Yeah,
I mean, World's Edge is gonna just keep on creating Age of Empires. Like, that's their thing.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You think we'll get that on console?
I think they announce it. Yeah. I think this is part of that 10 minutes of. I think it's going to be like, hey guys, we got like keyboard and mouse support's going to be fully here, and we're just like, if you want to use this as a PC, fucking use it as a PC. I think they're kind of giving in where it's just like consumer friendly choices for everything, and depending on the controller you use, depends on the community you play with. Like, if you use a keyboard and a mouse, you play with keyboard and mouse players, and it's up to the developer to decide who plays with who.
Yeah, Steph mentioned Gears Tactics. I can see them showing it up just mainly as because they have to discuss the launch lineup as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be one of those launch games. Tell me why probably is going to be a launch game. Battletoads, Gears Tactics, Halo Infinite. The medium. I don't know if the medium is, but I know some of those third-party showcase games are going to be at launch as well. So they have some exclusives there.
Also, get ready to see the smart delivery icon on everything.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing.
Kind of annoying. It's going to be like Game Pass icons and everything for Will. Like, it's just going to be we know it's smart delivery. It's a first party event. Damn it.
Yeah, after like a year, that's not going to be probably a thing because they're going to be starting doing new gen stuff. But yeah, that's definitely going to be a big thing as well. Alongside Game Pass, of course, Game Pass is going to be like a huge...
I mean, I think they should just open a show with just, hey guys, everything you see here is on Smart Delivery and Game Pass.
Yeah, I can
enjoy. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yep.
Just start it with, hey, $15 a month. Ultimate Game Pass. Everything you see here.
With the... Yeah, no, we have a topic on this with the price increases. They can definitely Game Pass further because that's going to be a big.
I think they need to stay where they're at with Game Pass for right now. I mean, they're over. We haven't talked about it. I think they said they're over 10 million subscribers for Game Pass.
That's pretty good.
Which it's only going to grow, honestly, with the amount of studios. Which moves us into the next story, if y'all don't mind. Microsoft just rumored to be picking up the phone and talking to Warner Brothers to buy those like 6 studios from Warner Brothers.
Isn't it like 15?
Well, what do you mean, studios? No.
Yeah, isn't it like 15? I thought there were a bunch.
Not when you consider like because let me pull up their studios real quick and we'll talk about them.
Okay.
I mean, some of them are support studios. So
those all count in this deal. Like
it does, but those pretty much get closed down. Like, not to be shitty about it, but you know, there's essentially 5 studios you're going for, like anybody's going for. And sadly, with any of these deals, like there's going to be a lot of layoffs, because you don't need 6 studios or 15 studios or whatever of HR departments. Like you just
Yeah,
don't need
I can imagine
Yeah.
that there's a lot of people already leaving because they're anticipating that they'll lose their job.
Yeah. And I mean, nobody here is stoked about it, but like it's like fucking, it's a sad thing. But here's the subsidiaries of Warner Interactive. We have Avalanche Software, which is Keeper for sure, Monolith, NetherRealm, Portkey, Rocksteady, TT Games, but then, like I said, now we're getting into support studios. WB Games Boston, Montreal, New York, San Diego, and San Francisco. That's all of the studios.
Now, one of those WB games makes they made the Batman game.
Yeah, but like
I think it was Montreal.
Like it's 1, 2, 3. It's 11 studios altogether, and like 4 of them are support. 4 or 5, like. So you figure they're going to be merged in with the studios that Microsoft has anyway.
Yeah.
For any people they want to keep.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. This deal is very, very iffy because it's a lot of money, but
yeah, it's rumored around $4 billion or something.
Yeah.
You do get to keep Mortal Kombat though. That I did see that.
Yes, you do. You get that. You get Fear. You get. I think you get Scribblenauts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I know people aren't like jumping for joy for Scribblenauts, but I mean,
I like that game.
I mean, I do too. I think Scribblenauts is a cool, like, mobile game. Out of all mobile games, it works. It makes sense on the platform.
Yeah.
But if this does go through, you know what we're getting. And I don't know how they're going to merge the two, but it's totally going to have a Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct game.
Yeah.
And those games control like completely differently. So I have no idea how you adjust those games to fit each other's control schemes because they are not the same.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do, which is why the Street Fighter versus Tekken and the Tekken versus Street Fighter stuff, it took a long time to make those games.
Yeah. But at the same time, everybody wants to see a Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct because it's just the characters fit. It can work.
Yeah. KI is like kind of middle ground, like hyper Mortal Kombat violent, but they're
all right. I
mean, it's very high. I mean, there's a lot of benefits that Microsoft get from these studios. They can put them on different projects, and it's a lot of potential, but it's very high risk, high reward. So I mean, it's iffy if they're going to invest that much money in that, unless they were able to pick them apart piecemeal and able to,
I don't think this is going to be a all or nothing situation.
Oh, really? That's confirmed. That's all or nothing.
Yeah, because they're looking at Activision, EA, and everybody else. Like they're not Warner Brother. Okay, so what the truth is Warner Brothers Interactive makes money. The issue is AT&T has bought so much shit in the last couple of years that they're in major debt.
Yeah.
So
they're like $24 billion in debt.
Yeah, they need to sell off some businesses just to make some money. And they're just looking for, hey, EA, we're gonna take this off of our hands. It's fine. Like they can get out of the game because they're not really interested in video games, which is kind of crazy since the video game market's way bigger than the TV movie markets, and that's what they're kind of pushing into. But I understand, like, hey, sometimes, as a business, you got to decide to move on.
But I think I'm wondering. Sorry, I mean, like, why don't they just cut like the fat and just keep the bigger selling, like just keep NetherRealm and Mortal Kombat, keep Batman and Rocksteady, and then
I think they just want a quick cash flow. Honestly, like they're like, hey, we went out. Does anybody want to buy? We need quick cash flow, and that's it.
Yeah, that's crazy though, because those games make so much money. Like,
especially with the Batman games, all that crap. Like they still get to keep their license, and I think they'll end up. I think if Microsoft buys Warner Interactive, I think they end up signing a deal for at least a generation and a half to lock Batman up on Xbox systems.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'll be mostly just to maintain the license in general. I mean, I'd imagine they'd keep it multiplayer at least for one game.
Yeah, at least the existing agreement.
Yeah, whatever they got in development right currently. And I mean, you got to think a lot of these studios probably already got new IP that they're working on. Just like
No, but
like
if Microsoft can come out and be like, hey, the next Xbox, like not even the next, but like Xbox has Batman by Series X. Like
look what Sony did. They did that with Spider-Man.
No,
it's working out really well.
So it might be worth the extra money just to like, hey, for the next, including this game's publishing rights, because remember they're a publisher, so it's not like they have to deal with another publisher on top of buying the studios. Like they could just be, hey, if we buy the studios for let's say $5 billion, we want the next 10 or 15 years of Batman locked up, just so that we get to produce the games. They still release on PC, Xbox, but not on anything else. Like we'll produce because they can produce mobile games, because that's some of these studios that they're going to be buying are mobile studios. Like it's like they just run everything through Microsoft or Xbox Game Studios.
You know what kills me about this? Like WB has like the greatest advantage. They have the film division and a game division plus the TV to distribute their content, but they're selling it off piecemeal. Like they're selling off their assets. I mean, AT&T owns them, I know, but Marvel has had to buy Fox to get like a lot of their properties back. Plus, they don't have their own gaming division. They lease it out to like license it out. Whereas WB had their own gaming division, and they had all the advantages, and they're just kind of like shit in the bed. I mean, I know it's because of AT&T, but it's crazy how much WB had the cards in their favor, but they just kind of squandered it. It's crazy, man.
But at the same time, like AT&T is not going to give up Batman. Like it's going to be staying with AT&T and Warner Brothers. Like it's just licensing out for like and securing that. It's like the NFL with EA. It's like you just secure that shit out for 10, 15 years. Well, like the generation of Series X, and be like, hey, like if you want to play Batman, it's going to be on a PC or it's going to be on Xbox.
Yeah, I mean it's a little strange because like Marvel, their biggest IP character, Spider-Man, is like kind of owned by Sony, like as far as like the film, so that's like the biggest thing. But they do still have the licensing rights for the game, so it's a little weird that.
And then as long as Microsoft's willing to publish on Steam, Epic, Microsoft Store, like every store under the sun on PC, it's like I don't think Warner Brothers is going to care, because essentially it's just locking the. And honestly, I think they need to do more than just like Batman. Like if it's like $1 billion or whatever, just for the light, like that's you need to get all DC games, like all DC superhero games, like period.
Yeah, a lot of potential there. Yeah.
Yeah, like just take like we want publishing rights for any DC character.
Yeah, I mean, Suicide Squad would be dope because like it could be like a co-op, kind of like a Gears of War style,
and it could be build your own character. Like, because the Suicide Squad is not a set, predetermined set of characters. Like, you can make cool superheroes and let people join or be forced to. You don't join the Suicide Squad. You were put into the Suicide Squad.
There's a lot of games not made from the DC universe that could happen now. So
yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of potential. I hope they seeing that.
No,
but maybe Microsoft will make the very first good Superman game.
Get that Snyder cut. The Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut. Yeah. But all right. So that's Warner Brothers. That's that rumor. I mean, I'd like to see him pull it up because, well, I was gonna say earlier is I think the real value is that Microsoft would have like 6 really good pre-established studios versus having to build another 5 studios or looking at 5 smaller studios and hiring a bunch of people. You're just kind of getting something where it's like, yeah, these are all done. You tell them to go work on this, and then they will grind it out and get you a game.
And the good thing about working for Microsoft is you don't have to stay at said studio. You can go. Hey, I want to work on Halo.
Yeah.
I want to work on Gears or some other new IP or Perfect Dark. That's something that you can do when you work in Microsoft.
Yeah, that's true.
But it would put them up to what, like 22 studios or some crazy shit.
Yeah,
like
crazy. But it would totally work for their Game Pass. It would be like
this is Game Pass for sure.
Yeah,
and I think this is a way better lineup for for mobile and console for Game Pass, while Obsidian and Exile and those studios were better for PC Game Pass because they still got to fill both lineups up. What are you gonna?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Will. What are you gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say like there's this, and then there's also the compared kind of potential buyout of other studios, like maybe a Sobo, People Can Fly, like a Japanese studio. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the two because WB
Then
Studios
People
has a
Can
lot of
Fly
good
get
ones.
bought already? I thought People Can Fly got bought.
No, they just made a deal with Square Enix for the
Yeah.
Outsiders or Outriders, whatever.
But there was supposedly Microsoft's been in the Netherlands or whatever, looking to buy a studio up in that area. So
Bluebird, Bluebird Team
Yeah.
as well. That was another one. Yeah, so it's kind of, I'm a little conflicted. I'm like, I like Asobo, I like Bluebird, I like People Can Fly, a Japanese studio. That'd be awesome compared to like WB, but WB has like a lot of good talent too. So that's a tough choice, man. If we had to pick one.
Yeah, I mean, I would go with Rocksteady.
Yeah,
If
but
it's
they've
just
been they're kind of like that. Well, you also get WB. They've been like, I don't know if just the management been pretty shitty. So I don't know. It might be like not a thing to get those studios because they've been kind of taking a long time making their games and stuff. But like I said, it could be just shitty management too, though.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna run through some of this other news real quick. Halo 3 coming to PC on July 14th. That's cool.
Nice.
Is that a first? Y'all know?
I think it was. Wasn't it on?
Or was
that two?
Which
I think it might have been
didn't come
two.
out?
Yeah, I think it was two.
Okay.
It's the first. It's the first.
Yeah, it's the first time on PC. Yep.
All right, we
So
got
that-
Mafia Definitive Edition was delayed to September 25th, which is the original Mafia game. It looks really like all the screens and everything look fantastic for it. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping they don't fuck it up because they fucked up the remaster already. It's like ridiculous. Or like the repackaged, like the Mafia trilogy, whatever they did.
mhm.
So I hope they don't fuck this one up.
Bethesda and Amazon are coming together essentially to make a Fallout TV show. It's happening.
Looks dope. Looks dope.
Phil Spencer tweeted out that Project X Cloud is allowing developers to like pop up their what is it? What is the word? It's not a regular Xbox. It's their dev kits. That's what it is. They can run their dev kits at home, even though their dev kits at work. So using xCloud, they can just kind of keep working on the game and keep running different simulations of the game while staying, safe from COVID. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
it's
I know,
a cool
it's fluff
feature,
news, people. It's fluff news. I know.
Well, I didn't expect them to utilize it like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Microsoft's reportedly against publishing. Oh yeah, so you will not be able to charge a DLC charge to upgrade a game on the Series X. They will not be allowing it. So Microsoft's letting you go, hey, if you want to buy one game, you get both, or you the game just moves up into the Series X version, but you can't say, hey, $5 for this version. Because they're trying to push people more towards hey, smart delivery. You just let people have the next game. It's the same fucking game, just with better hardware.
Yeah, but they're also, it's kind of a bit of a caveat is that publishers can also package the upgraded version and the last gen version together and charge.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can sell them together, but you can't offer a $20 upgrade or something like that.
I mean, I think that's a good consumer move. I mean, people just kind of also get a little wary whenever Microsoft mandates anything, but I think this is kind of
no, it's pro-consumer. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not complaining about it. It's
no.
if it, Cyberpunk, if you buy the 3 or Xbox One version, you're getting the Series X version. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. That's how games should move up between these generations. And I don't care what platform you're on. That's how the next Nintendo Switch needs to work that way. The next fucking PlayStation, which it sounds like Microsoft and Sony are both going to do. We'll see about Nintendo.
Yeah, I also think they're doing this because the price increase might be factoring into that because they're probably okay, this is going to be a lot higher price now. So plus the economy is kind of in the shitter, so
yeah,
we don't want people to, be complaining or not be able to buy our products because they're charging extra for it. So
and to get
that,
into that, NBA 2K21's PS5 and Series X versions will cost $69.99, not $59.99. So it is moving up $10. We still haven't seen if other publishers are going to make this jump in price.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just one, but it's safe to assume that it's 70 is going to be probably the new standard price. But at the same time, you have services like EA Access and Xbox Game Pass, and I imagine PlayStation's going to have. I know they have PlayStation Now, but I guarantee they're going to push more of these. Hey, buy it, and you're going to start seeing your games pop up there a lot quicker. And
I think the best strategy for this is to have Game Pass for the first party, and then wait for them to go on discount, and then for the the third party stuff, just wait for them to go down and on sale because it's already kind of. I don't
just want to throw it out there. NBA like 2K18 and 19 were down to like $2 like 7 months in.
Yeah.
So unless you really need these games day one, like I think you'll be fine. And then, like you said, as long as you have Game Pass or PlayStation Now or whatever, like you're gonna be fine. And then you just play the game, a couple of these games a couple months behind.
Yeah. Dude, if there's a promotion with Game Pass, jump at that shit right now. It's because you're gonna be like your wallet will you, and like you'll have a lot of more advantages over even like the PlayStation ecosystem, unless they kind of do the same thing with PS Plus. Like
I think they're gonna end up doing it.
Yeah, because they're gonna want to.
Yeah,
they're gonna want to get more of that good reception from people. Not get bad press and have Microsoft have an advantage over them with the greater Game Pass system.
All right. What other news did we have that you wanted to go over, Will? Before we move on, Gee.
I think Ubisoft has an event coming up on the. Let me see. I think it's the 12th. Let me make sure so I'm not wrong on that. Yeah, July 12th. They're streaming a new event. I think they're gonna show like Far Cry, the new Far Cry. I hope they show Skull and Bones because that's been like a no-show for the past couple years. Probably Watch Dogs. I think they're definitely going to show. It's hard to say. I don't think maybe you think they'll show the Assassin's Creed stuff here, definitely, or the Xbox conference.
I mean, they have publishing, like I think you'll see it at both.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see the August conference, not the first party conference. I'll put it that way. So you won't see it on July 23rd.
Yeah, I hope Microsoft doesn't just repeat the same trailer. They did that before.
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit. No.
I think they did that with what did they do with was it Origins or was it? I know one of them they repeated it. I know it debuted on Microsoft still like before Origins, but then they kind of I don't know they tend to do that repeat like trailers and shit. That's annoying. But Far Cry will be exciting. Hopefully it's good. I think that has the actor Giancarlo. This is the guy from Breaking Bad. The Puerto Rican fellow. He's also in the Star Wars show. What's the name of that show? My memory is always bad when I fucking try to remember stuff. The Mandalorian, yeah. He's also in that one, so he's gonna be the villain in that game apparently. So that's gonna be cool. I'd love to see Splinter Cell. But I don't think that's happening. You think you guys think it'll have Beyond Good and Evil there again finally?
It's time. I mean, I'd like to see it, but at this point, who knows?
They have to, man. It's been like years. So I mean, it's a potential to be good. I mean, there's no way it could be shittier than Square Enix's. I mean, not Square Enix. EA's. EA's kind of set a low bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm kind of tired of them, to be honest with you.
Oh, Ubisoft?
Yeah, man. I'm kind of not feeling Ubisoft.
Well, they got to show that, like you said, they got to break out of their formula. They got to have more exciting stuff going on than just the typical, sequels and same Ubisoft formula. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And they actually got to show good looking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't hype up what you're gonna show, and then when we see it, it's dog shit. That's the problem I got.
Did they show off a new battle royale too, like Hyper or something?
I have no idea, and I'm not checking for nothing Ubisoft doing right now.
Hyperscape, yeah, I think it was that one. It's supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be like Apex Legends kind of Hyperscape. So there's a trailer for it, so maybe they'll show more gameplay from that on here. So I mean, you can already kind of block out what they're gonna show,
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to see gameplay that's something concrete. That's what I want to see. Something that actually looks good. No false promises. None of that shit. Good, solid shit.
So do you guys like that they spread out all these conferences over the couple months like that? Like EA was like a week or a certain month, and then Ubisoft's here now, and then Microsoft. Or you guys prefer it like the way it was before?
Well, I'm enjoying having it spread out just because we have a podcast. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we all love the big E3 hype, and like I want another E3. But to be honest about it, like I enjoyed the fact that they announced the Series X at the Game Awards. Like I was hyped about that. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I prefer that over like having to wait till like fucking June or July, to sit there and talk about anything next gen because there's a preset date. I'd rather have them go, hey, let's do it on, the Game Awards. We'll announce the console, show it off, and then they tripped up with the third party event because honestly it was like, hey, these are your third party lazy ports, which honestly they weren't lazy ports. They actually, when you got high bitrate stuff, there was some cool things in there, but it got overshadowed by this like, hey, we're going to stream everything and we're going to use low res webcams and it's going to be low bitrate and like it's going to be hard to view, and like that's why I'm worried. I wouldn't say worried, but I know they're streaming the next July conference, and why not just upload to YouTube? And that way, when it premieres in a good light and not like in this fucking. It's gonna look bad. It just is until 10 minutes after the show and everything's up on YouTube in a high bit rate.
Yeah.
Like.
Exactly.
Microsoft fucked up with it. Then Sony did its stupid fucking stream in a low bit rate, and it looked bad until you fucking waited 10 minutes and you got to see everything. And just like, I'm sorry, like Gran Turismo did not look good. Not until you got a high bitrate version of it, because I hate to say, at 4K with all this high tech stuff, it's in the small details. Like that's what you're looking for, is all the little details, not these giant micro blocks that are happening because of a compression algorithm.
I agree. But your stuff, you like the event spread out, or you like the E3 cycle?
I like E3. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like E3. I don't think it should go away. I mean, am I happy or not? I don't say happy. I'm satisfied with what we got so far, but I don't know, man. It's a weird time, man. It really is. Like, if this Xbox show is good, then I would say I like it better because Sony's not going back to E3, right?
Yeah.
So if Microsoft can deliver a good show, then I'll be fine with it. But
I would also say, and I think Steph would agree with me, this is a weird year, and I think you'd agree.
Yeah.
It's because this is a console launch year. You can spread it out over months, and it'll be fine.
I'd like
next year, like when it's just like, I don't want like a game a month, Like I want my big E3 show where we run down like 20 games or 50 games or whatever it is that they do on stage. Like that's great, but I think this year is the exception to the rule.
Yeah, I like the way it's spread out just because it's you get to digest it easier because you can break down all the stuff and you have space in between events. But I think they should just do it within 1 month, not across
A
several
week.
months.
Yeah.
It's a bit much. Plus, the Xbox event is so late into like this whole hype cycle. So I hope they next time they do it like within the same month, like you say, like Xbox goes on July something and like PS4. I mean Sony goes like on the 5th or something. I don't know, like something like that. But yeah, there's pros and cons to it. There's I prefer to see the first party stuff first, and then the other third party stuff spread out maybe a little bit more. Who knows?
Yeah, I agree.
But, yeah. Besides that, I don't really know much. That's I mean, a lot of controversy in the fighting game.
Yeah, man, I kind of missed what happened exactly, but I mean, now might not be the right time to talk about that. I don't really know exactly what happened, but feel free to discuss it if you would like to.
Yeah, just a lot of sexual abuse, stuff like that, and some pedophilia. Unfortunately, it's pretty bad. I mean, but fighting game community has always been kind of a strange sort of assortment of people. I mean, they're not normal. I mean, very few people. You can't judge the whole community, but
like I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean,
but a lot
that
of
whole
them
situation's
are.
really weird, and they
Yeah.
are. I'd say they're a hardcore community. Like they were the Twitch community before Twitch existed.
Yeah.
Like they were that. Like, hey, we're gonna sit here and like troll somebody and fuck with people and be like really good with what we do, and we don't give a fuck about anybody else kind of attitude. But at the same time, like, it's what that dude was just fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's a bit of a touchy subject, but it's like it just sucks, man. Like, a lot of stuff like that's going on everywhere, though. So it's not just restricted to just the fighting game community, but it's been pretty bad.
All right. Well, I think that's it for news then. I mean, I hate to end news with fucking that story. Fucking, the new Batwoman is hot.
Yeah.
Too bad they're not firing the writing staff and hiring new ones.
I know.
I'm trying to think what else can we fucking discuss to get away from pedophilia.
Yeah, I don't know. Batwoman thing is, it's good. Yeah, I mean, good looking actress. I'm sure she'll pull it out pretty well. But I don't know. I don't really watch that.
I was telling Will before the show. I think like if they would have took that actress, made her Zatanna, or just and go the magic route, like fucking just go all in Justice League Dark or some shit. Have Dr. Fate, whatever. Just do that, a TV show on that. That'd be way better than trying to breathe life into a show that's kind of dead. Like people don't want to watch Batwoman. Like they don't care for it. Like it is critically bombed. And like yes, it had its own little SJW message, but it was like and like you took that and you ran it, you kept running it, and nobody fucking cares. You killed a TV show. Like it's just weird. Like people like, and I honestly I'm not the biggest Batwoman fan, so you can critique me all you want. I don't care. I don't think she's an interesting character. But like somebody like if you're gonna do it like a cool DC female character, I think Zatanna is like she's perfect. Like she's awesome. She has cool powers. She has cool stories. She's not a side character. Not like Batgirl or Batwoman or fucking. There's just better characters.
I mean, even Harley Quinn would have been a good kind of series character. I mean, I know they kind of dropped the character in the movies, but
I think you gotta rest Harley Quinn. I mean, she's a really cool character, but just rest her. And then, I mean, like I said, I think Zatanna would have been a perfect character to like, because it just, you have so many stories you can do with it, and you can jump into other shows and it makes sense. Like, she just works, like, on a lot of different levels where, like, it makes sense that she would be part of the, like, all the crossover events. Like, why,
Or I mean, why don't they just spin off the because Birds of Prey was a big kind of comic thing. I mean, I know they made a movie out of it, but they should just made a TV series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been watching Stargirl. I like it. I think it's a good show. I mean, it's definitely.
I don't know
more
anything about
teeny.
that character. Is it? I mean, I have no idea anything. I never heard about Stargirl. Is it? She's super powerful. Like, what's her
Like,
thing? What's
she's
her
not
shit?
Superman, but she's strong, and she has a little, like, fucking staff, and she does her thing. Like, I can't really talk about her without spoiling the show, which I do recommend watching. And
Right.
it's on HBO Max.
Man, I gotta do that. I haven't done that yet.
Because you can wait another, like, 2 weeks, do it, and that way you can watch all of
I got HBO already.
Oh,
so
then you have HBO Max.
Yeah, but you don't you gotta like adjust your account or something?
No, they're tossing everybody. They're switching everybody over.
Oh, okay.
They're forcing people to switch. Like, your account will just log in HBO Max, or it should.
I'm so glad they dropped the
now
requirement.
And go.
No, well, the requirement to have like the HBO Premium channel, like to have HBO Max or HBO app.
Because they did HBO Now, and I believe that's the one where you could pay for it independently, and while HBO Go was through your TV service.
Yeah.
And they just
that's what I got.
Killed both of those and just merged them into HBO Max, which is that and like the DC Universe shows. So you could watch all of Doom Patrol, Stargirl, all that through HBO Max.
Yeah, I always thought that was stupid to kind of link it to it, but I guess it's because they don't want to kill their cable. So they wanted to, but they're still gonna make money with the apps. So it's like I don't think they really lose out if they kill the cable channel link. So
yeah. Well, there's no reason to kill the cable link. You just have the fact that it was multiple apps is what made it annoying. Yeah. And now that they've limited it to just like, hey, it's one app. If you got if you buy us, through your cable provider, it works. If you want to buy it for $15 a month, it works. Like, just get HBO. And now it's honestly, it's all up there. Just go and enjoy it. Like, fuck it. Doom Patrol's been fantastic. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, season 2's already started, right?
Yep. And they did the cool thing of releasing 3 episodes the first day, and we've been getting, 1 episode per day. After that. Yeah, so we're like 4 or 5 episodes deep of Doom Patrol already. Season 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot better. But when is the Teen Titans thing that they're still doing that, or
they did? Yeah, they have renewed. Let me see if there's a date, because I'm not sure. The Boys comes on in 58 days. Umbrella Academy comes on in 23. Doom Patrol.
They got a date for Umbrella Academy?
The Umbrella Academy is. Let's see if I can get it. July 31st.
Oh. July's a good month for me.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. I know they renewed Titans. I'm just not sure about the date. I know it's coming up sometime this fall. Yeah, I don't think they've given a specific date yet. Just fall 2020.
Okay. I guess they're still struggling with the filming and the details with all that stuff with COVID and all that.
Did you guys watch Umbrella Academy?
Yes.
No, I did read the first graphic novel, which was really good though. So I don't know how close they are to that.
I've never read the graphic novel for it, so I don't know. But it's a fun show so far.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
But I think, like, I hate to say it, it's the CW. I know they're killing Arrow. They need to kill, like, they got to kill like half those shows or almost all those shows. because they're on the same formula. While like Netflix, Amazon, everybody's evolving their comic book shows, but like the CW feels like it's just spinning its tires. Which don't get me wrong, when Arrow first came on, and Flash first came on, they were really good. But now it's kind of like, yeah, run, Barry, run. It's like nobody fucking cares, bitch. Nobody cares.
Well, I mean, so you saying Umbrella Academy they need to cut? What are you saying about?
No, I'm saying Umbrella Academy is fantastic and has evolved because it's seen other shows. But like CW shows have just been doing the same fucking plot for seasons after season after season.
Okay, yeah.
I just think they need to, like, I think Stargirl being renewed and only coming out on CW is a good way of them moving forward. Because that is, like, they don't have to do, they have a bigger arc in Stargirl, you know? It's over the season, their arc. While, like, the Flash is trying to have its cake and eat it too, while being like, hey, this is a standalone show about the Flash, and here's the big arc. And I just don't think it succeeds at it. Because, like, the original, like, first season of Arrow, like, it was an arc for the entire season. It wasn't, like, just a weekly show. Like, you needed to stay up with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's it's time to kind of give them their season finale, end of show things, and just kind of start fresh, new characters, or like there's a lot of cool premises they can work with. Like in DC, there's this magic group called was it Shadow Pact? I think they were called.
I think so.
Yeah, they had like a bunch of magic characters in there, with like mixed with like a detective chimp and all that. So it was really cool. Like Blue Devil.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it was cool. So they could work with that. You know, I don't know. Maybe like a cool premise for like a Superboy Prime show, you know, kind of like old school, kind of make it look like the old school Superman show with George Reeves, make it like, and then kind of, you know, they have so much stuff to work with that they can.
Yeah, they have so much content. It's
they just relying on the same stuff.
There's never an excuse. Never.
Yeah. Even if they, you know, end those shows, they can reboot with newer versions later down.
Well, I mean, you get rid of Barry. Like,
yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to always be Barry Allen. Like, the Flash has way more stories, like, as a character than just Barry Allen.
I mean, I was hoping they would give it to Wally West and kind of follow the comics.
Yeah, that would have been more interesting.
Yeah, they had so many opportunities, but they just never went with this. I don't know. Even though, like, they didn't kill Barry during the Crisis. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, if they didn't kill that Barry. I like how dumb that got. Like, oh, Barry Allen had to die. So it's this Barry Allen from Earth, whatever, you don't give a fuck. He's the one that dies. It's like, oh.
Yeah. It was a big letdown compared to what they were, like, building up to in the Flash show. So I feel like that was
yeah, because they built up it was like since episode 1. Like, it's always been this big thing that's coming. And just nope.
Yeah, they didn't go with it, you know. They just kind of, I don't know.
But we're also, I mean, what is it? The movie wise, we're getting, like, I think we've already talked about this on the show, but like, we're getting Flashpoint, so we'll see how that works. Because they're going to reset all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could almost see them Flashpointing. I mean, it's just terrible since there's so many shows that it'd be hard to reset the entire thing.
Yeah, but I keep hearing different things. Like, they say Ben Affleck gonna be back, but then back. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna
I see him coming back for sure.
But I don't know, man.
But just for Flashpoint, for this one little experience. Like, I think you totally get fucking, like, 3 different Batmans in this coming thing just to show, like, Barry altering history. Where it's just like, oh, he changes history this way, and then Ben Affleck's there. And then like, you could have Ben Affleck at the very beginning.
In transition to
have him die. Well, not die, but Barry hits Flashpoint, goes back in time. Batman's dead, but his father's alive as Batman. That's where you get the fucking that cameo. And then he fixes his fuck up because, of course, Flashpoint's all about fixing Barry's fuck up because it shouldn't fucking change history, and then you get sparkling Batman.
New 52 Batman.
Yeah, like you definitely can have 3 Batmans in that story, and that way you transition from Batfleck to Burton to what is the guy's name? Patterson. Yeah, you have all 3.
Yeah, that's actually really good. I was hoping they would do that. I hope they do that
because it'd be a cool cameo for each. Like it's great.
Yeah.
And honestly, fucking Ben Affleck's a great producer and fucking director. Give Ben Affleck a fucking Batman movie. Even if he doesn't play, like, he loves the character. He's a great director. Like, what they did to him was pretty fucked up, honestly. But the guys that were controlling DC, like, movies are all gone, so that made that decision to fuck with Batfleck. So, like, it makes more sense to bring him back in if he wants to still do a Batman movie.
Yeah, I can see him go out with, like, one more like hand away.
At least a cameo,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, that would work for me. You know, that way it won't look like such a weird transition.
And it would make sense in that universe. And then that way you can keep all the people you want to keep, like Henry Cavill, Superman. Keep them. Just nobody's gonna fucking it's perfect.
Oh, remember also that Joss Whedon thing with Ray. They go play the Cyborg.
Yeah,
that was kind of a weird thing with Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher was calling out Joss Whedon on abuse and bad, doing a bad job, which is interesting.
Here's my favorite part: because of Flashpoint coming up, the Snyder Cut can totally be canon now as well.
Yeah.
Because Joss Whedon's cut could have happened in the past, Flashpoint happened, and Snyder Cut's what happened.
This is assuming they can weave all this stuff in beautifully, but
I doubt that's just gonna happen. That's what I was about to say.
But like most of this is hand waving. Like the problem with a lot of their stuff is using like actually trying to show it. Like sometimes all you have to say is like, oh, like you don't say Snyder Cut, but you're like, oh no, like Superman totally came back from the dead doing this and didn't have a weird. And you can even make a mustache joke. Like I thought he had a mustache in this universe. No. Just fucking, you just get rid of it. Like, no, but Superman, like, didn't Superman have a mustache? No, never. Nope. That didn't happen. Like,
it'd be funny.
Then you just hand wave it. Because that's, most people don't realize just how much you can get away with by just, like, going, oh, like, just the hype of something or the expectations of something can be, you can speak it without actually having to show it. And people believe it. I'll put it this way. Here's a good example of it. John Wick. I do not need to see every fucking event in John Wick's life. I don't. Because it's all about, like, he killed a man with a pencil. Like, that's just, you said it, it's a fucking 10-second line, I don't need to see it. He's a badass.
Yeah.
Like, just saying, he's the man you go to send to kill the boogeyman. You set him up. You don't need to show him being anything more than that. So I don't need a scene where they go, hey, John Wick, go kill the boogeyman because you're the most badass person of all time. Then he goes and kills the boogeyman. Like, I don't need to see
it. So, one last thing. Do you think they should involve Dr. Manhattan in any of this?
No, not at all. It's like people, like, talk. I mean, if you do, like, you do it in an after credit scene with him just looking over the multiverse. And then that's just a nod to Zack Snyder because he also did.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so it would be a cool nod to him. Like it would be like a tip of the hat. But
that'd be awesome.
I don't think you actually do it though, you know?
Oh, come on, man. What if you link it to the HBO show too? There's also that.
No, it would be the multiverse. So it would just be, you would just have, I don't know if that actor's still fucking alive. Like, do you get him to reprise his role as Dr. Manhattan just to tip his hat? Or do you use the TV show Dr. Manhattan to do it? Because he would also, you know what? I would be down with that.
Yeah.
But that spoils the TV show. Oh, I can't talk about that shit.
Well, the TV show is more of a sequel to the comic, right? It's not like linked to the Snyder one because the Snyder one uses
none of it's linked, but it's all the multiverse. So technically, it's Earth whatever, you know? Like it's...
Yeah.
I think that a lot of these actors' egos is too big to just say I'm gonna come in for a few seconds, though, man. These guys don't want to do that. I mean, you have a hard time trying to find an actor who'll want to step in and do something for a few seconds.
I think you
they
can get Ben Affleck
yeah.
if he gets a guarantee on producing or making or directing a Batman movie, because he has a script for Batman. Like, I think you can get him to do it.
Yeah.
Just because, just cause. I mean, people overall, his people are pretty warm on his reception as Batman. Like, when people first heard of him, they hated him, but like, it was like, no, he pulled off Bruce Wayne perfectly, and he pulled off Batman. He beat the shit out of people like you imagine Batman would. Like, he would just demolish. Like, because the fight scenes in Batman v Superman were fucking amazing. Like, that was some of the best cinematography, or not cinematography. What's the word for it for fighting scenes? Yeah, I can't say it. But yeah, like he portrayed like an old Batman perfectly to me. Like, if anything, I want to see Batfleck. You age him up like another 10 years. You do Batman Beyond. Like, that would be fucking amazing. Have him as old Batman sitting there with the cane.
Like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Have that cyberpunk style universe.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like, I'm all for it. I'd be there day one in a COVID theater.
Who would be Terry McGinnis?
I don't know. That'd be a great question.
I could do it.
Would you? Would you?
Yeah. They asked me, I'll take care of them. Gotta ask, though,
I'm trying to think. Who would be?
Sure.
Who would be a good?
It had to be like a young.
No, it'd have to be like a younger kid for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, you figure somebody like.
I said ageism.
Well, I mean, he's supposed to be like 18.
Okay. You saying I can't play 18-year-old because I'm about to be 30?
I think you're too old.
All right, see how it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I don't know, man. I'd have to look home to a list of Hollywood young talent and see who would be a good fit.
Man, I don't know how. I'm not sure. Like, I was thinking, like, that'd be cool. Like, you get a cool, like, younger actor. Like, it doesn't have to be a white dude specifically. But then it gets into a weird space.
That's exactly what you're.
No, but like, I wouldn't mind a black actor. But the thing is Batman. No, he gets his DNA altered to be Batman, to be Bruce, to be that specific gene. So you'd have to like either completely destroy that story arc, because isn't it the Joker that does it to him? Changes his DNA. Or no, it's the chick that controls the Suicide Squad.
Amanda Waller.
Yeah, she fucks up with Terry's DNA to make sure that he's Bruce Wayne, so that there's another Batman for the future.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he never had a child. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that part, I guess.
Yeah, and that way he is Bruce Wayne, genetically. Everything gets changed.
Interesting.
So you'd be altering like a black actor into a white actor.
Well, how about we for the next episode we'll come up with picks, and then we'll.
I mean, I just think you abandoned the arc, but it's I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because you're never gonna fucking do that in a movie, like the whole arc.
Yeah.
But Amanda Waller's really cool in Batman Beyond, and like because she still holds up, and you still have the Joker. Because remember, if you remember the arc was where the Joker took over one of the Robin's bodies by a pin or something, and it rewrote his DNA into being the Joker and downloaded his mind into Robin, so that the Joker was young again.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Existed. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the interesting thing so much was the Terry, which is living up to the legacy, which is what I liked the most out of that show.
But yeah, I mean, Batman Beyond would be a really cool movie to see. Like, I'd love to see an adaptation of it for sure.
Yeah, it's totally doable. I mean, because it's not like in a present future. I mean, a present
Oh no, you can go
time.
full like fucking uh, cyberpunk with it, or Blade
Yeah,
Runner, or like it's that style of look. So it's
yeah.
yeah.
Think how cool the suit would look, man. It would have to probably be like a neon, like magenta, something,
Yeah.
stuff like red. I don't know, just to look cool.
All I know is like yeah, I think all the Batman animated stuff, the Superman, the Justice League, all that from the '90s was fucking amazing.
Yeah, man. Totally.
All right. So have y'all been playing any games? I'll be honest, I have not.
Yeah, I've been playing nothing but
Oh
games.
wait, real quick. I'm sorry. There was a question in chat
Oh yeah,
specifically about this. Will, have you played
yeah.
Warzone?
No, yeah. Sorry, I was a little delayed, Josh. Yeah, I haven't gotten it. I mean, I've seen that it's gotten a lot of good updates, but the game's just too fucking big, man. I can't make room for that game.
Come
It's
on,
too much.
bro. Come
Like
on,
I don't
man.
know. It's
We're
too
waiting
much,
for you,
man.
man.
Like I'm playing too much games and service games as it is. But I mean, maybe one day. I don't know. I missed out on a lot of stuff anyway, so it's not like I really want to get a battle pass for it or anything because I have too much of those already. But I mean, we'll see, man. I
But the
mean,
good thing about Call of Duty is though, once you get it once, it basically pays for itself. Because I bought the first one, I never ever bought another one because you accrue points when you play the game. And
so
yeah, so I've bought every other battle pass. I bought the next 3 after that because I got so many points from just from leveling up. You get enough in each season if you don't spend them on anything else, which I know is kind of hard to do, and I do kind of sometimes get stuff, but I never had to buy the season pass after that. So
how's the like past stuff been? They have good gun skins and like
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, but I mean, I'm not the right person to ask because I don't really get that shit.
Hmm. Guess I'll have to ask Josh. Josh, how's the battle passes in that game? Is it good? Any good items and worth trying, worth getting? I don't
There,
know. I just I spent too much on these things, so it's hard to get into another one. But yeah, thanks for asking, Josh. I mean, I will get back to you, sir, at some point.
all right. Well, I'll talk about what I've been playing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Call of Duty. Oh, and I play Last of
Speaking,
Us. I beat Last of Us since we did our show.
oh, the first
Have you
one.
done a show since then? No, the Last of Us Part 2.
Ah, no.
Oh, what'd you think?
How do you think?
Uh, it was a very, very long game.
Oh, you
I
beat
felt
it?
like it. Yeah, I beat it.
Okay.
I felt like it needed to be about maybe 4 hours shorter. Uh, but that you can I mean the gameplay top notch. It felt like the best version of Tomb Raider. Like if you like Tomb Raider, it is a way, 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 way better game. Like I mean like as far as combat goes, like you see those gifs. I mean, I'm sure you've seen them on Twitter of people like streaming together all the things that you
Oh,
get in the game. Like, dude, it is really like that. And if you can get good at it, then I mean, it is top notch gameplay. Really good story. I don't get the love for the character, like the opposite. Like, I mean, you spend like a long time playing as a certain character, Ellie, and then you play as another character, like to get the other side of the story. And I mean, if you don't enjoy that other character, I feel like it's a waste of
mm.
game. But I mean, I don't know. To me, it was a good game. I still don't think it's better than God of War, but it's still a great game.
Interesting. You think it'll be a game of the year?
Hell yeah. I mean, not to say is it gonna be my game of the year? No, but is it gonna be game of the year? Probably.
I mean, I don't know. Cyberpunk is looking pretty spiffy now.
Yeah.
No, it might be hard. It was gonna be between that, Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I guess Ghost of Tsushima if that scores like pretty well, but it's gonna be
I don't think it will.
Nah, I think it'll be like high 80s, mid to high
I don't
80s.
even. I think it'll be lower 80s, 84.
Mm.
somewhere right there. 82.
Yeah, that's kind of like the range for Sucker Punch games.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe this will be a masterpiece. You never know, but I don't see it, honestly.
I hope it's a masterpiece.
Just because I see a lot of kind of the similar open world-ish things, so we'll see. We'll see how they pull it off. I am more excited about that game than Last of Us though, because it's a cool, fresh IP and no controversy attached to it.
I don't know. I thought the controversy to The Last of Us was overblown, but I haven't finished it yet. How do you feel?
What was the controversy?
Of it, like bashing you over the head with. Well, first it was the big. I don't believe was a real controversy. I think people were just using it as a scapegoat, but it was blaming people for complaining about the transgenderism stuff in it.
There's not any, but there is, but it's not the main character though. I thought it was the main character at first, but it's not even the main character.
Like
it's
I said, I don't think it's like
no, it's a character that you meet at the very end of the game, and it's a kid, and so I mean I hate to spoil stuff, but it's not even remotely what you think it is. So I think I thought that like the leaks that I heard, I thought it was about what do you call it? The cult that you fight in the game, the religious cult. I thought they were like after Ellie and her girlfriend because they were gay or something like that. But it wasn't. That was nowhere near what it was. So it was just a bunch of it was stupid. But I mean, the game is good. I mean, you can't deny the game's good. It's a good game. I think. I mean, I think it. I mean, I think it may have got rated a little higher. I don't think it should be rated higher than God of War, in my opinion. I think God of War is a better game.
Are they about the same, or is God of War a little slower?
God of War is paced way better than Last of Us is. There's so many flashbacks in Last of Us. I mean, it's crazy. It's insane. Like once you think that you beat the game, you didn't beat the game, and then you didn't beat it again. So I mean, it's really long. It's a really long game. No, that's not a bad thing. I mean, if you're used to playing Naughty Dog games, then I mean, you're getting getting what you want. But I don't know, man. I guess I'm not trying to critique it real hard, but if you're gonna call it a masterpiece and say it's this and that, so I'm gonna pay attention to everything, and I'm gonna try to enjoy the best things of the game. But I mean, that gameplay is top notch. They really fixed the gameplay.
I just noticed this, but Last of Us went down to 94, so it's the same as God of War on the Metacritic.
Yeah, it don't even. It needs to be a 93 or 92. It's not as good.
Well, God of War. I was expecting it to be higher than God of War. I guess it went down, so it's about the same now. Interesting, very interesting. So that's all you played? I mean, besides Call of Duty and Last of Us?
I mean, I played some other stuff, but most of my time was spent for Last of Us. I had to force myself to finish the game, by the way. But yeah, God of War, Last of Us, Halo. I'm doing a Halo tournament this weekend.
Oh, nice.
So been playing that.
Local or
no. Doing it with the Broadband Bullies and them. So yeah.
Oh, nice. Is Z getting into that now?
But yeah, that's all I played, man. What about you, Will? Did you already go, Will? We're going so long. I don't even know.
Well, so I've been playing. I bought the Sega Genesis Classics. It was on sale. It has a lot of good games on there that are kind of not collected anywhere else. Apex Legends, PUBG, because PUBG is winding down the Battle Pass. So most likely, unfortunately, I might have to pay to get the rest of it because I was been playing so hard on Apex with that Battle Pass. It's hard to juggle so many fucking Battle Passes. But yeah, PUBG. Bought West of Dead, which is a cool, like it's like a cowboy Ghost Rider procedural game, similar to like Enter the Gungeon or something. That was on the E3 2019. You probably saw it on there. Ron Perlman voice acting. Played Moving Out, which is on Game Pass. Also, West of Dead is also on Game Pass. But Moving Out is it's a cool like little like it's like a multiplayer. You could do a single player. I guess this is kind of like Overcooked, but like you have to move furniture to like a moving truck, like with physics. It's kind of like what's that game? Human Fall Flat. So it's kind of like that, but like it's a top view. And it's kind of as a cute animal or the cartoony look. I think you'll like it, Dustin, and maybe stuff for your kids. They'll be good for your kids. Like you play with them. It's called Moving Out. So I think that's a good party game for both of you guys. Sparklight, which is on sale. It's a kind of a 2D pixel art, kind of a Zelda style game. And lastly, I bought Vikings Wolves of Asgard, which is on sale this week. Kind of like Diablo, but like with Nordic, like fantasy, like kind of like like kind of like Nordic gods and stuff like that. It's still fantasy, but it's not like completely realistic. But yeah, it's like a Diablo mixed with like Nordic mythology, which is cool. So that's pretty much my list. What about you, Dustin?
Minecraft Dungeons, and like that's pretty much been about it. Been grinding the hell out of that. The DLC to Minecraft Dungeons was really good. It was definitely worth the $5 for.
That's it.
Well,
it's $10 for, but it gives you 2 separate DLC packs, and this is the jungle one. So essentially, it's $5 a pack for like 4 levels, or it's 3 levels, and then there's 1 free level for everybody to play as well. Nice. But they're fucking massive, and yeah, it's a bunch of cool loot and new difficulty mode, and like it's I've definitely enjoyed playing that, and it's don't get me wrong, I can't wait for the next Diablo. I'm a huge Diablo fan, but Minecraft Dungeons honestly feels better to play than even Diablo does. Really? But I think that's because they limit the amount of powers you have, and you it's kind of you in Minecraft Dungeons you have main attack, arrows, and then you have your 3 like powers essentially, and that's it. Well, Diablo, you have like fucking a whole status bar of shit going on, which is important and it's fun, but it's I think they knocked it out of the park with Minecraft Dungeons. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's you can play with your kids or play. It doesn't matter. You'll have fun because even leveling isn't based off of. Let's say you're a level like 80 and your kid plays the very first time, you'll still level like on a regular basis. It's not like you're like harming yourself. You just won't get great gear or anything. You're gonna get like level 2 gear, but you're still level at the same pace as if you were playing on a harder difficulty.
Okay, so they made it so that it's a lot more challenging than the usual mode.
I mean, yeah, they have a new difficulty. I think it's up to 7 now, and yeah, I can pretty much bankroll like most levels by myself on the hardest difficulty. But it's like when you add in a third person, it instantly like adds in a shitload more enemies on screen. So but yeah, my group, we can pretty much handle pretty much any situation, even on the hardest difficulty. The last boss, of course, in the game is still a nightmare to fight, unless you get certain characters that can just do pure damage real quickly. But like I got critical hit. My critical hit's around like 40,000, 40,000. Like it's like just insane numbers. Like you can get up to.
Yeah, so you can just breeze through it.
Sometimes, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. Like,
yeah,
you got a spec for, and that's why even if I'm playing, let's say I play with you and you just started a character at level 1. I'll still gain levels just as fast as you will, because the levels aren't about like increasing your power. They're just giving you more things you can put. So you can, like, I can get another weapon and start building up that weapon to like, and then because levels are more about playtime than they are about like getting a stronger weapon.
Okay, interesting. Also noticed that Mojang or Mojang hasn't. Their official Twitter account still hasn't tweeted anything recent. Have you noticed that, Dustin? Like it's
I mean,
the most recent thing is January 26, 2019. Have you tried hosting a dinner party in Minecraft? We've cooked up some great recipes, decor, and more. So that's weird, man. That's super weird. Don't you guys think that's
It's
weird?
still the biggest game on the planet. Like,
I mean, yeah, but you would think the
it's
Twitter
weird.
account would be
No,
much
I
more
agree. It's
accurate.
weird. I'm just saying, it's
Yeah,
still like it's
yeah.
it's like
They even have the. Well, I don't know if that's the. No, I don't think that's the banner for dungeons. I think that's regular. I don't know. It's just weird, man. I don't know.
all right. Well, but that's all I've been playing.
Okay.
So I think we've covered that. I appreciate everybody for tuning in this week and hanging out with us, especially you, Infinity Line Prophecy. You're awesome.
Yeah. Props to Infinity Line Prophecy. Infinity Line.
Please write us in at letters@xboxuncut.com with your casting of Batman Beyond. I want Amanda Waller. I want Terry McGinnis. I want Bruce Wayne. Cast it out.
Yeah.
I don't care what actors or characters. Like, go for it. Go wild. Because there's some really cool like, it's such a cool universe and you could do so much with it. It's a fun way of sitting there and figuring out who would you like to see in those roles. Because it's one of my favorite Batman stories. I love all those. And then you can have old Henry Cavill too. Fucking age him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Everybody would love to see more CGI on Henry Cavill. But until next week, we are gonna call it. We'll see y'all later, people. Y'all be safe and healthy. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Good night.